What the WNBA doesn't want you to know about the Indiana Fever's latest power move could destroy the entire league structure they've carefully protected for decades. Sources inside the commissioner's office are in full panic mode after what just leaked from Indianapolis. And when you hear what Sandy Brondello is really planning behind closed doors, you'll understand why the establishment is terrified of what's about to unfold. The conspiracy runs deeper than anyone imagined. Brondello's arrival in Indiana wasn't just a coaching change, it was the first phase of a coordinated takeover that's been orchestrated since early December. What happened behind closed doors between Brondello and Fever ownership involves secret meetings that would make your jaw drop. According to sources close to the negotiations, Brondello didn't just negotiate her contract, she essentially wrote it herself, including clauses that give her unprecedented power that no WNBA coach has ever possessed. We're talking complete roster control, unlimited budget for assistant coaches, and most shockingly, a guaranteed 5-year commitment regardless of performance, worth over $15 million. But that wasn't the whole story. Leaked audio from a Fever board meeting reveals that ownership was prepared to offer Brondello whatever it took because they knew something the public doesn't. The league's new television deal, set to be announced next month, will inject over $500 million into the WNBA over the next decade. Indiana's ownership group, led by billionaire investors who've remained in the shadows, positioned themselves to capitalize on this windfall by securing the one coach who could turn their franchise into the league's premier destination. If you think this changes everything for the Fever, and especially for Caitlin Clark, hit that like button right now, because what comes next will blow your mind. Sources reveal that Brondello's first 24 hours in Indianapolis included emergency meetings with Nike executives who flew in specifically to discuss a revolutionary marketing campaign centered around Caitlin Clark. The deal on the table? Nike is reportedly prepared to invest $30 million into Fever-specific marketing, but only if Brondello can deliver on her promise to build what insiders are calling the most marketable team in women's sports history. This isn't just about basketball anymore, it's about creating a global entertainment product that transcends the sport itself. What happened next would shock everyone. 3 current All-Stars have already reached out to Brondello through back channels, expressing interest in forcing their way to Indiana. The names being whispered in league circles are so explosive that teams are scrambling to lock up their stars with extension offers. One Western Conference general manager, speaking on condition of anonymity, admitted they're absolutely terrified of what Indiana is building. The league office has called multiple emergency meetings to discuss implementing new tampering rules specifically designed to stop Brondello's recruitment machine. The financial implications are staggering beyond belief. Since Brondello's hiring, the Fever's valuation has jumped from $120 million to nearly $200 million according to leaked internal documents. Season ticket deposits for next season have already surpassed 40,000, obliterating the previous WNBA record. Merchandise pre-orders featuring Brondello's name alongside Clark's have generated over $3 million in revenue before a single game has been played. Corporate sponsors are lining up with partnership offers that dwarf anything the franchise has seen before. Behind closed doors, the real battle is just beginning. Sources close to the organization reveal that Brondello has already identified her targets for the 2025 free agency period. The list includes players currently making over $500,000 overseas who would take pay cuts just to play in her system alongside Caitlin Clark. But here's what the league establishment fears most. Brondello isn't just recruiting players, she's recruiting an entire infrastructure. She's bringing in analytics experts from the NBA, sports scientists from European soccer, and mental performance coaches who've worked with Olympic champions. The Sophie Cunningham factor is where this conspiracy gets even more interesting. Leaked messages between Brondello and Cunningham show that the coach views her as the perfect complement to Clark, a fearless competitor who the league has tried to silence for being too outspoken. Brondello reportedly told Cunningham in a private conversation that she's tired of the league suppressing players who bring real personality and edge. The plan is to unleash both Clark and Cunningham as the faces of a new WNBA that doesn't apologize for star power and controversy. What they don't want you to know is that this move has created a civil war within the WNBA Players Association. Veteran players who've controlled the narrative for years are watching their influence evaporate as younger stars gravitate toward Indiana's revolution. Emergency meetings have been called where established stars have demanded the union take action against what they're calling competitive imbalance. But the union is paralyzed because they know fighting against higher salaries and better resources would be career suicide. Sources reveal another bombshell. Brondello has been secretly meeting with international coaches about implementing a year-round development program that would essentially turn the Fever into a 12-month operation. Players would train in Indianapolis during the off-season with world-class facilities that rival anything in professional sports. The estimated cost? $20 million annually, which ownership has already approved. This isn't just about winning championships, it's about creating a basketball monopoly that other teams simply can't compete with. The Aaliyah Boston situation adds another layer to this conspiracy. Behind closed doors, Brondello has promised to transform Boston into the most dominant center in the league within 2 years. The coaching staff she's assembling includes the developer who turned unknown international players into WNBA All-Stars. Boston's camp is reportedly ecstatic about the changes, with her agent already fielding endorsement offers that have tripled since Brondello's arrival. But here's where it gets really explosive. Leaked audio from a conference call between WNBA team owners reveals that at least 4 franchises are considering legal action against Indiana for undermining competitive balance. They claim the Fever's spending spree violates the spirit of the salary cap, even if it's technically legal. One owner was heard saying, "If we don't stop this now, Indiana will own this league for the next decade." The commissioner's office is stuck between supporting growth and maintaining the status quo that's kept certain markets dominant. What happened behind closed doors during Brondello's negotiations with the Liberty tells an even darker story. Sources close to both organizations reveal that New York's ownership wanted to keep Brondello but couldn't match Indiana's offer without destroying their entire salary structure. The Liberty reportedly offered Brondello $8 million over 4 years, but Indiana's package, including bonuses and outside business opportunities, approaches $20 million over 5 years. This wasn't just poaching a coach, it was economic warfare designed to destabilize the league's power structure. The scheduling controversy nobody's talking about involves secret negotiations between Brondello and the league office about Indiana's 2025 calendar. Sources reveal she's demanding more nationally televised games, better travel accommodations, and scheduling considerations that would give the Fever competitive advantages. The league is reportedly caving to these demands because they know Indiana with Clark and Brondello will drive ratings through the roof. Other teams are furious about this preferential treatment, calling it corruption at the highest level. Financial records leaked from the Fever's accounting department show they're prepared to operate at a $30 million loss for the next 3 seasons if it means